Hi
Hey
everyone.
everyone,
Thank
nice
you
to
for
see
coming
you.
in. I'm Maradona, your personal development coach.
And I'm Nick, your fitness coach, and together we are your relationship coaches.
Hey.
Yeah,
Yeah, I always do a little dance
sorry,
after, I don't know why.
it's a nice little dance.
It's a nice little dance.
It is,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So today we're talking to you about the topic, do you ever feel lonely in your relationship? And this is this is a sensitive topic because I feel as though there is ebb and flow in a relationship and there isn't this whole consistent, yes, I'm feeling lonely, I've been feeling lonely for the past 3 months. I would have experienced that while I was in Taiwan, while we were in a long distance relationship. I would have experienced feeling lonely in that, of course, he wasn't physically there, and because of our time differences also, there would have been times when it felt as though he wasn't there for me while he was realistically sleeping. And yes, I could have rung him up or whatever, but you know, you when you're in the moment, even if you're just home tinkering by yourself and you're thinking about a lot of different things that are overwhelming you, it could feel as though you're really lonely.
You are very alone.
You know?
You almost sort of feel like you don't have a partner
Yeah.
because they're tucked up in bed asleep because they've been at work all day.
Yeah,
And I know that's selfish of them.
no, it's not necessarily
Nah,
a situation where they're tucked up in bed
Yeah.
asleep,
no.
but there are different times when you would feel as though you don't have your partner's support also, so you feel lonely in that way. We run a business where I am mainly the forefront of it, and there could be times when I'm having an overwhelming moment at home and he's at work and I can't necessarily pop into a meeting, an executive meeting, and be like, hi, I need to talk to you.
Hey, can we talk about?
Yeah.
Just come on
So-
out here a minute.
So from that perspective, yes,
Yes,
I
you
do
do
feel
that.
lonely. He would come home and meet me in a bad mood. He knows this, and
Sometimes it'll happen.
that's why too we always talk about communication and the fact that
Yeah.
you need to communicate. And he picks up on it really well, I have to admit. He'll be like, okay, what's happening? And I'll say, this happened, I want to show you this, I need your feedback. So from that perspective, that's how I feel lonely as a woman in this relationship. I don't know about you, if
Yeah,
you do
so-
have these moments or in the
yeah, I get-
past or anything
Yeah,
like that.
I guess we all kind of go through those moments in varying stages. I think you're very true what you're saying about it being an ebb and a flow.
Yes.
Because sometimes it's there, sometimes it isn't.
Yes.
Sometimes it's very situational.
Yes.
Again, it can, and it's not really. I don't think it's really happened with you and I at all. But you can end up being very lonely after an argument
Yes.
because. One of the other videos you did, why don't men like going to therapy? Come back onto that. You've just had a huge argument with your partner, so your therapy might be to talk about it with your mates.
Yes.
But sometimes you don't want to do that
Yeah.
because you created the argument for sake. So you're not going to bring it up because then you're made to look bad, etc., etc. and you do want to talk to somebody, but there's nobody for you to talk to. Therefore, you are feeling very lonely in your
In that
relationship.
sense, yes.
And again, it always comes back to one key word:
Yeah.
communication. Every day, every way.
time. Every day, every way, every time.
Oh, okay. Every day, every way, every time. Yeah. So it does come back to that. And if you're feeling lonely in your relationship, you have to put your hand up and say, "Hey."
Yeah, because I was about to ask, what would you recommend as the ways to resolve this feeling of loneliness in the relationship?
You have to bring it up.
Yeah.
You have to talk about it. You have to get it out in the open. You have to be saying, "Hey, I'm feeling left out.
overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I'm
left
feeling
out,
left out,
lonely. I feel, we're not talking about it. I got problems that I want to talk with you about.
Yes.
I feel we have problems I want to talk about. I feel work is driving me mad. I want to resign and leave. I don't, by the way. you know, it's those kind of things that a lot of external.
Yes.
I think, in fact, actually, it's most probably more external pressures
Mm-hmm.
that you maybe don't get the opportunity to communicate about.
Yeah.
That
Such
will be
as what?
Well,
Like-
things like things that happen at work in itself.
Okay.
You know, and
Okay.
certainly
Yeah.
for let's say for the, I hate to use the phrase the breadwinner
Mm-hmm.
as such. You know, if they find themselves in a job that they don't like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that can be very, very slowly just wearing you down,
Yeah.
and you know, until you get to the point of realizing, no, I don't want to be a tax inspector. I want to be a flamenco dancer.
Flamenco dance.
That was the first ridiculous thing I could.
Flamingo.
No, flamenco.
Really?
Yeah, it's Spanish
Okay.
dancing.
Oh, I learned something new. Hey.
A flamenco dancer. You know, I'm not going to generate the money I used to generate. You know, my wife's going to think I'm crazy because I want to do this. But I've never had the opportunity to tell her how dreadful work has been for the last 10 years and why I feel lonely about, you know, everything else that goes with it.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of things like that. And going back, communicate it. If you're feeling lonely, you have to put your hand up. You have to say something about it. And, you know, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
There's no issues you can't talk about.
Apart from talking to your partner, I think it's very useful to have really good couples you could reach out to.
Yeah.
Trusted couples. So I'm not saying, oh, you sit down with the couple and you talk, but I have a really good relationship with a wife in another relationship. So if I'm feeling overwhelmed at any point and I'm unable to reach out to Nick, I know that I can reach out to her. I know that what we talk about is going to stay there, as we put it. I know that she's really good at helping me put things into perspective too. I might be feeling overwhelmed about work and I might call her saying I'm angry with Nick, and she might say, okay, tell me what else is happening, because she is also in it and she knows after stepping out of that ebb that she is in a moment of flow where she's seeing it now, hindsight 2020, and she's like, oh, I could have done this, oh, I didn't look at that, etc. And even for her, when you know that point comes around and we need to talk about different things, I'm then able to ask the questions, okay, what else is happening? Have you looked at it from this perspective? Have you tried talking to this other person about this situation? You know, and sometimes it honestly is just that you're not looking at it from a bird's eye view, whatever you're going through, that external situation, and it then starts creating more problems in the relationship.
Yeah, and like you say there, and you made a good reference to say, obviously, say trying to get in touch with me or something like that, and you know, for argument's sake, I say, oh no, I can't do anything about it, you know, or no, sorry, I can't talk to you now. You know, I'm in the middle of something, and your opinion. So I'm trying to put this out. Your opinion is, oh, he hasn't got time for me. Why won't he listen to me? I'm in the middle of this. This is a stressful situation.
I have to admit, that's not particularly what it is. That could be as what people think. I'm not going to say no, people don't think that. But what it felt like in that situation, because I know which one you're talking about, was, I guess I'm doing this alone. I guess I'm doing this alone. It's not, oh, you're being horrible to me. I didn't feel that way, because it's not like I don't understand you're at work, because that's the thing. There aren't all wives out there who are like, oh, he's such a mean so and so, but it's like I hung up the phone and I was like, well, I guess I'm doing this alone. And then by doing that, insurmountable amount of pressure just went onto my shoulders, and it just got really overwhelming. And for me, just went from being something that is manageable, that I can talk about, to being something that felt just horrendously overwhelming. Many and a hard and a huge, heavy weighing decision for me to make by myself, and it had to be a hard and fast, cut right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in that case, it didn't even need to be a hard and fast, cut right decision.
But you did make it, and you did make the right decision.
Yes, I did. So, yeah, that's what we want to say.
Yeah.
As it pertains to feeling lonely in relationships, we just sort of went
talking.
through something that we went through. We just sort of tried to explain to you without going into too much detail of personal details. And I tend to reach out to a friend, and then I also talk to Nick when I do have that time available, because it's not that he's available 24/7, 12 hours a day. He has I call it a real job, where he goes out and works for an investor, and I build our business at home.
But you have a real job.
Oh yes. Okay, you have you work for an investor. That's what I mean.
I work for a company. You
Yes.
work for yourself. Yours is
Yes.
still a very real
Yes.
job. I will not have you say anything else.
Yes.
This is me giving you a stern talking to.
This is
It's a
the
real
thing
job.
All right, thank you.
That's all
But
right.
yes, we do go through that. And if there's anything else you would like us to expand on, because this is such a wholesome topic,
Yeah, it is.
and
There's a lot goes on.
we can talk about what happens in our lives. We can talk about what we know from our friends and persons around us who we talk with, but we don't know what you're going through. And please do comment and let us know.
Yes.
Subscribe to our channel so that you can see the videos upcoming.
And also, click on the subscribe button, click on the like button, please, and there is a notification bell. Click on that one as well.
Yes.
Then you get to know about all the videos, you get to see all the videos as they come up, and we look forward to seeing you next weekend.
Next weekend.
All right. Take care. Bye.